Hey, beautiful people, welcome to yet this another episode of The Remedy here on AYIT TV. It's yet another beautiful, fine Saturday. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, hope you're enjoying your weekend, hope you're having a good time. And how is the new year going so far for you? How is 2022 treating you so far? Are we realizing some of the goals that we set? Are we working on them? How far have we gone, or what do we think we can do with ourselves? And also not forgetting, hope you're still enjoying the month of love. We had a chat about that last weekend. If you didn't watch, please go back to the previous episode for last Saturday. So it is just February 2022, and I feel like there's things that we hear over and over again, but before the year goes very, very deep, I feel like there's things we need to remind ourselves of. So don't go away, and we're going to get right into it. So 2022 is here, and we all have all these high expectations, of ourselves. We are expecting to achieve so much, or whatever we've, set aside and put in our goals to be able to achieve. But I feel like we need to remind ourselves of some things that sometimes slide like obvious, but they are not so obvious, and they tend to lead us probably on the wrong side of things. So we could maybe do better, we could achieve more if we just got into the practice of some of these things that matter. So it's so broad, and I'll be honestly very excited to hear from you in the comment section. So today on The Remedy, we are saying, let's normalize some of these simple things in life. And some of these simple things, I know simple is relative. I could say something and it's probably complicated for one person, and it's probably simple for another person. But let's just get into the culture of working around some of these things that I'm going to say, just to make our lives better, to make work better, to make home better, to make family better, so that we can just excel and thrive, and just be able to achieve all the things that we want to do in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. So be it, whatever time frame you have given yourself. So one of the simple things, or the first thing that is very important, is mind your own business. I know this comes off harsh. I know it comes off, ideally when someone tells you mind your own business, I know it comes off like this person just probably don't want to be around you, they want some space. But minding about your own business, when you look at it from the positive point of view, minding your own business, it actually involves 3 or 5 things. The first one is accepting other people the way they are, and also accepting yourself the way you are. So in that way, you're practicing self-awareness, and then also being able to listen without judging or criticizing is also very important. And then also trying to avoid or stopping to attempt to want to fix everyone all the time. So when you do this, you actually realize that you are minding your own business. Other people are, excelling in what they are doing. You're also concentrating on who you are, because you've accepted yourself, the way you are. You've accepted your friend, your neighbor, family. You're accepting everyone the way they are. So you mind your own business. Do you take responsibility of you, and you'll actually realize, things will just be eased out and made smooth. And you realize you won't be having so much hassle in some of these, life decisions that we tend to take, of course, from time to time, day in, day out. So in 2022, if you're someone that minds other people's businesses a lot, please try to concentrate on your own. And then also, just on the other end, minding your own business doesn't mean that you don't care about, your loved ones, you don't care about your colleagues, it doesn't mean that, you can actually still care about other people and, but you're still minding your own business, they are doing them and you're doing you. Yeah. So let's get into a habit of minding our own business, from time to time. It honestly makes work easy. I mean, it's something that I'm working on. So yeah, hopefully, we can get better as the year goes on. So that is just one of the simple things that we need to normalize going forward. Then, of course, the second bit, we had this, I think, 2 episodes ago, taking good care of our health. We talked about healthy eating habits 2 episodes ago. You can go back and watch all the details. So, I mean, taking care of your health is quite simple. Eat right, have plenty of sleep, drink enough water. We spilled all those details in the previous episode back here. So you can always go back, catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and you can always watch all our amazing episodes and get all this information that you need. Yeah, so taking care of our health, of course, good health, good life. There's that's standard, yeah. Good health, good life. So then you're able to go up and about with your usual, life activities and everything that you need to do. Yeah, so we need to take very, very good care of our health. So after taking care of your health, and now the next thing you need to do before you set out to watch, to probably achieve a certain task or take on a certain project or, just to get this and this here done. As you do all that, we need to know your worth. But then also, after you knowing your worth takes time, honestly. I think once in a while you hear people telling you, I know you don't know your worth. And then probably you've put yourself here and someone thinks you're there. So knowing your worth is also, but it's just sitting down and just knowing who you are, what you possess, how special you are, how wonderful you are, just knowing all that, but of course in a healthy way. And then of course, you see, now when you know your worth, then you know what you're supposed to get, what you're supposed to do. If I need to get this done, if I need to get that done, you're definitely going to know what to go out for. Instead of setting the goal here, you're going to have to set one there. So knowing your worth is very important. So let's try and build this culture within ourselves of knowing your worth, because then you're able to achieve so much. Sometimes we think very little of ourselves, yet someone out there or the public is viewing you like, oh my God, this chick can get things done, this guy can get things done. But then you are just you're just giving yourself here, and yet people are thinking, oh my God, you could take off the world, you could take over. And so let's learn to know our worth, and then we are able to do big things. Definitely, once you know your worth, you know what you're capable of, so you're definitely going to be able to do big. So then also, one thing, another thing that I'm trying to learn and trying to get into myself is self-sabotage. We sabotage ourselves so much. My goodness, I think I do it a lot. It's something that I really want to work on with time. Hopefully by the time the year ends, I'll have something to say. So self-sabotage is having behavior or thought patterns that hold you back or prevent you from carrying out what you're supposed to do. So I am supposed to get up to go to work, but then it's raining in the morning, and then I'll just pull the blanket further. You're supposed to work, but then how you're sabotaging yourself. You're deciding to just stay in bed and extend the hours of sleep. Probably you slept late, or you're still exhausted, or you're fatigued. So you're preventing yourself from what you're actually supposed to do. I think we do that a lot. We create excuses for ourselves. You need to get this done, but then you're thinking, it's okay. How do I move? The weather has changed, but then this person, but then that place, but then this and that. The self-sabotage, like we try to create excuses within ourselves. We do this a lot, just not to get certain things done. We want to do things at our own convenience, in our own comfort, but they tell us that success is not a comfortable journey to success. That's what they tell us. So we need to get out the self-sabotage and just be able, to go out and do what we are supposed to do. Like, don't give yourself excuses, because now once you start doing that, then, so yeah, That's the other simple thing I think, we can try to just work on, and better ourselves. The other simple thing that I'm going to talk about is communication. And I know communication is broad and etc., but let's go for a quick break and then we'll be right back. Still watching The Remedy, and we are talking about the simple things that we need to normalize in our lives this year, this month, this week, today, just so we can better ourselves, as time goes on. We all want to be better versions of ourselves, don't we? So whatever can make your tomorrow better, whatever can make you be a better person tomorrow or next week, we're going to go for it. We are definitely down for it. So the other thing that we need to normalize is about communication. Communication is a broad topic, but when I talk about communication, of course, we communicate day in, day out with friends, with family, at work, with colleagues, and etc. So now when it comes to communication, let's get into the habits of just ensuring that there's effective communication, not just communicating, but let it be effective. You listen, you respond, as opposed to just listening or just reading and then you don't respond, or you responding without first listening. It goes two way. So I was having a chat with Henry, and we're talking about how just different people communicate, just in whatever way is convenient for them. So I don't know if you guys in your phone books or just in your contacts, do you have people that prefer phone calls to texts? You have people that prefer texts to phone calls? I do. So sometimes someone calls and it could be something probably they could have texted. Or someone texts and it's something that required a phone call. I think it happens. Does it happen to any of you guys? You receive a text, but then you don't make sense out of it. It could be better if someone approached you in person and explained face to face, or they made a phone call, just to break it down for you. So of course, what do you do when you find a missed call? What do you do when you find 2 missed calls? What do you do when you find 3? So here's my take, my communication. So there's people I like texting and there's people I like talking to. There's moments when I'm okay with the phone calls. There's moments when I just want to text. So it just depends. Now, for me, for instance, if I get my phone and I find 5 missed calls, what comes to my head is, let me say I've seen the missed calls probably like 2 hours later. What comes to my head is, I think this person needed me urgently. And since it was that urgent and it's 2 hours later, probably they found plan B. I don't know, probably they sorted it. But anyway, I will usually text back that one and say, is everything okay? I found missed calls. And then, you just see how the person responds. Then sometimes one missed call, someone was telling me if they find one missed call, then yeah, it's okay. They might not have to call back, that it's probably not urgent, or they'll prefer to call back that one because they didn't, overcall the phone. So it just depends. And then, of course, when it comes to the SMSs and the texting on WhatsApp and etc., sometimes, of course, the phone, most people have probably ringtones or it's in vibration, so they are able to actually hear it faster. But then now when it comes to text, especially the online bit, WhatsApp and Messenger and etc., you might find probably someone's offline or their data was off, and then you see the message later. So what happens is I see people getting offended. Oh my God, I sent you a WhatsApp at 8 a.m. and you're responding to it at noon. Text. So just look at the emergency or the urgency of what you want to communicate. If you really feel it's urgent and it has to be solved there and then, and you need feedback there and then, you're going to have to make the phone call. If you're near the person, you can walk to them and then you have the face-to-face chat. I think it's better that way. So the communication bit, let's learn how to communicate effectively. If someone writes you an email, and probably what they want you to action on is going to take you a while, you probably need a week to put it together, you can just respond, seen, working on it. We'll be with you by close of business Friday or by close of business, on Tuesday, on Monday, like whatever duration is actually going to work for you. But just giving feedback, like you make the communication two-way, so then this person knows that, okay, this person has seen my communication and definitely they are going to action on it, or they are going to get back to me. So it's very important, rather than just keeping quiet, someone writes you a WhatsApp and you just blue tick them, it's it's not polite, I feel like we could be better when it comes to communication. So just learn your people. I have people for a fact that I know this one loves texts. So I'll text everything, or you'd rather actually send even a voice note. They prefer that rather than you calling. So yeah, just learn your people and see how people communicate, with each other. Blue ticking. Henry's not okay with blue ticking. Yeah, sometimes someone reads, and sometimes it's even just like a how are you. Someone is just greeting, how are you? And you blue tick the how are you. You can just type 4 letters, fine, FINE, even if okay, you don't care to ask again, oh, you, how are you, even if just respond fine, so it comes off rather rude, so but then also, like, just categorize the urgency of your communication. If it's a WhatsApp that you don't care if someone reads after 2 days, they'll still give you a response, that is also still fine. That is very okay. And if if it's urgent, then do make the phone call, so communication, let's find better ways of communicating and just getting things done. Let it be effective, and we'll just all listen to each other. The other thing that we need to normalize, ladies and gentlemen, let's learn to find joy and happiness in the simple things. And I'm going to break down the simple things. So what happens is, I think, just especially this generation, the current times that we are in, when you tell someone to find happiness, someone will tell you, of course, I need lots of money, I want to go to this dream destination, I want to buy this, I want to own this car, I want to live in this house. Yeah, of course, we automatically jump to the material things. Definitely, we all need money, duh. Who doesn't need money? We need money. Money is life, yo. We all need money. But finding joy and happiness in the simple things, I'm saying, look around you. There is just those simple things that give you peace. I don't know, it could be you sitting in a compound enjoying a fresh breeze and reading your favorite book, or listening to your favorite music, my favorite part, or I don't know, watching a series, or going to visit a friend, or doing something along your hobbies, I don't know, are you into music? Maybe you're going to play a keyboard or a guitar, or I don't know, you're going to sing, I don't know, you're going for karaoke, or you're going to enjoy a live band, or you love cooking, so you're in the kitchen trying out different recipes. Just find those simple things that are going to, bring meaning, genuine happiness to your life, because we always tend to wait for the big things. I know we wait for the big things. I have this dream destination. I need to vacation in the Bahamas. I need to go shopping in Dubai. I need to go to, I don't know, to Hawaii and enjoy the beaches and etc. Yeah, there is that. And if you're at a level where you can get all that to you, please, by all means, go enjoy yourself, go enjoy yourself. If that's where you find your happiness and the resources can allow you to, go have it. But then if we are not yet at those big places, or at that place in our lives where we can't get some of our dream, if we can't engage in some of our dream activities and go to our dream places, just find happiness in the simple things. You go to, you just go to bed a very, very happy person. So let's normalize finding happiness in the simple things. Honestly, it's basic. If you look around you, there will always be something. There will always be something. Or if you're someone who enjoys probably doing charity, we have so many organizations that you can get in, and you're doing all the charity work, and it's just giving you that inner peace and joy and happiness because you feel you're doing something that you love. So let's let's normalize just finding happiness in the simple things in life. Yeah, besides waiting for the big ones, let's just normalize that. You actually realize, how just good life is. So still about the simple things, and enjoying the little things and knowing your worth and communicating with people. Let's learn how to respect people's boundaries. Respect people's space, respect people's boundaries. I know sometimes it's not reciprocated, you do it and you're not getting the same. Yeah, of course, you don't always get the same. Not everyone treats you the way you're treating people. Let's learn to respect people's boundaries. Like, know your limits, manya wokoma, something like that. Because what happens is, now, when you don't respect people's boundaries, that's how you end up not minding your own business. You're minding other people's businesses, That is now what happens, like I mentioned earlier, minding your own business. So in that also, just make sure you respect people's space. Give people their boundaries, Because people are going through a lot. Everyone goes through a lot, day in, day out. You don't know how someone's day was, and then you're just so much in their space. Respecting people's spaces. You don't just show up at people's doorsteps. Say, for example, in office, you can tell the mood someone is in. I'm not saying don't get work done, or like we should bring our emotions to office or take our emotions from office to home. I'm not saying that, but you can just look at the person and just respect the time they are in, respect the space they are in, Yeah, don't go to people's places and you're picking this. And I see that a lot. I think it happens a lot at workplaces. Someone goes to someone's workstation and then they are picking stuff that is not theirs and they don't communicate. So let's respect each other's boundaries. If someone wants to share just this much about their life, about what's going on, at home, at work, and whatever is going on in their life, just take that. If you ask someone how are you and they say I'm fine, leave it at that. Okay, if it's a genuine friend and you can tell the fine is coming from far, you could maybe probe further and say, oh, you really don't look well, and what. Just see where they want to stop, like how much they want to share. Don't over push it. Don't over push it, because now you get this person irritated and the whole mood changes, and it all ceases to have been genuine for you to actually come and find out how they are. So yeah, let's learn to respect people's spaces and boundaries. It's very important. It's very, very important. Honestly, you actually realize you live a very peaceful life, because honestly, imagine you get up and you go to a friend's place, or even family, by the way. We call, I keep telling people this all the time. Every time I'm going home, I actually call my mother. Like, it's where I was born. But I actually give her a phone call and I ask her, are you home? Can I come by? So you can imagine, if we can make phone calls to go and see our parents that homes were born in. So, what more can you do? So, yeah, let's respect people's spaces and etc. We have friends, someone walks in and they are just straight to your closet, they're straight to your bedroom, someone is opening your bag. So yeah, I feel like we can do better. We can do better just respecting people's space and all that. So still about living with people. Of course, you do need people. You can't be an island in this world. We stay with people, we work with people, we meet people. We are together in this thing, Yeah, you're not alone in the world. So as you're relating, there's just some simple, like basic etiquette that we can look at. Jenny did an episode on that already. She talked about it in length, so you can always go back to our YouTube and check out that episode. Yeah, she shares a lot about etiquette. Some of these things we forget. I've actually just realized, as we age, I know charity begins at home. There's just those morals and those simple things that they taught us while we were growing up at home. But then sometimes we grow up and we actually forget these things. So there's basic stuff, like in a community, like you're among people, and it actually starts from home. Even if you stay alone in the house and there's stuff that you do alone, sometimes you're going to find yourself carried away and doing them even when you're in public or you're just among other people. So there's just there's basic etiquette, you know. I mean, you're in public and you're picking your nose and you pick your eyes, you're pulling your hair. Guilty as charged. I think I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Yeah, you get it, eh? You know, while eating, eat with your mouth closed. You know, you sneeze, you put your hands over your mouth. Like basic stuff, just for getting along with people. Don't make people around you uncomfortable, you know. It's just basic stuff, honestly. I know it comes off basic, but we do forget, honestly. We just get ourselves caught in some of these things, you know. Yeah, so let's look into that, and let's just make it simple and make it a habit, and we just deal away with some of these, you know, small things that make us look a certain kind of way. It will just, you know, just get life better, you know, just to live among people, and life will be good, you know. Yeah, so this year we are definitely going to excel. We are thriving, so let's normalize all these simple things. Now, there is this one thing I was beaten for while growing up: just greeting your neighbor. Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, greeting. You wake up in the morning, the first people you're seeing, and you just walk by. You didn't sleep with this, but even if you slept with the person, they could have had nightmares. So a good morning, how are you wouldn't be bad. I used to have that challenge. Let me tell you that story. So where I work, my former manager, I used to have an issue, honestly, just greeting in the morning. Like, I just want to be quiet. Let's start talking at 10, you know, like first give me these hours to get along. But of course, life doesn't work that way. So I would get into office and I would just walk by and take a seat on my table without greeting. This is someone you last saw at 5 p.m. You've seen them, I don't know, 10 hours later, or I don't know how many hours later, and you actually just enter and sit. You could actually sit next to someone and they could be going through a lot. Someone could be almost, I don't know, collapsing, or they are almost having, I don't know what sort of breakdown, and you just decide to enter and take a seat. Or you wake up with people that you stay with in the same house and you just walk by. I mean, even if you're staying in the same house, even if you're sleeping in the same bed, let's learn how to greet. Let's learn how to greet. I know sometimes there's people that we greet and just keep quiet, but it's okay. Just be civil. Just be civil. Good morning. Whether they respond or not, it's okay. You've done your part, you know. So greeting is very important. If you're someone who is like me, we need to work on that, you know. We need to work on that and just, you need to find out. I'm not saying go into detail and ask, how are you? How is home? How are the neighbors? No, just good morning. How are you? Good afternoon. Good evening. How was your day? Done. Like, you don't have to go far. It's just basic greeting, guys. The simple things, like, we need to normalize. So if you're out there and you just have issues just greeting people and etc., let's learn. Yeah, you can just start with a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You can leave it there. It's okay. You don't have to get like the whole, person's all that and all, etc. Then the other simple thing that we need to normalize is, let's be genuinely happy when people achieve great things. I don't know, it's just so much, I think, in this generation. I don't know whether it's this. Anyway, I think it's something that happens, everyone. Like, people are just genuinely not happy for others, Someone achieves this, someone cracks this great deal, and you just get that plastic smile of, congratulations. But then the things that people are saying behind your back, hey, it's like, people are just genuinely, why wouldn't you celebrate someone? So I was listening to, I don't know what pastor it was. Someone will probably tell me in the comment section. He said, if you see good things happening to your friend, to your neighbor, to your family, to family and etc., just know that good things are around the corner, Things are within the vicinity. So it could be next, for the religious, for the believers. It could mean God or Allah in the neighborhood, So you could actually also tap into that. But then now when you're envious and then you get jealous, Who knows? I don't know. God could decide to bypass your house. So let's just be genuinely happy, honestly, for people. If someone does something nice, if they achieve great, if they've done well here, just let's be genuinely happy, you know, genuinely happy. Let's not pretend, because I see that a lot, you know. WhatsApp statuses here. Someone posts this and that, happy for my girl, happy for my boo, but then as you know, as time goes on, you actually realize it wasn't genuine. So as you celebrate someone, as you're just there showering them praises and the well done and the excellent and the wonderfuls, just actually be genuine. Just be genuine about it, honestly. It makes life easy, and you don't have to carry the whole envy and jealous and etc., you know. Yeah, let's just be genuinely for people. So let's get into a quick break. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. I want to hear from you. I'll be looking forward to the comments. Let's get right back.
You're watching a TV empowering you.
Still watching The Remedy, and we are having a very interesting conversation in case you've just joined us. Yeah, we are talking about the simple things that we need to normalize in this year in our lives just to get along. So, there is 2 magic words that I was taught while growing up. 2 magic words. Okay, I'm sure there's other magic words, definitely. You can always add them. Saying sorry and thanks or thank you. My goodness. You guys don't understand, like, saying sorry means a lot, and genuinely, because sometimes there's a sorry just for, you know, just to let that slide and then we move on. But just being genuinely sorry for something you haven't, you know, something you haven't done well, or something that went wrong, whether you intended it or not. Of course, we do make mistakes, but whether you intend it or not, honestly, you can just, I'm sorry, and we move on. Because once you don't say I'm sorry, then you're not acknowledging your mistake, just in case you've done it. Of course, sometimes the other party could be wrong and you have not done anything against what was supposed to be done, but just, you know, just learn how to say sorry, people. That word means a lot. It means a lot. I know some people who don't have sorries in their mouth. I know them. Even if you do, like, even if you get them, they used to tell us, even if you get someone's, I don't know, squatting there and easing themselves, that the person will tell you, I was just seated. Or they will tell you, I was just squatting, you know. There's those people, even when it's very obvious, it's black and white, the person will not apologize. So let's get into the culture of saying sorry and thank you. I mean, someone does some, how are you? Fine, thank you. Someone does this, thank you. Someone, thank you. Okay, like, don't overthrow it around, but just thank someone, you know. It means a lot. The other person feels that, okay, this person actually appreciates what I've done. They acknowledge that I've done something good for them. Please, let's learn those magic words. Of course, there's other words. I see my nieces and nephews telling me, you need to say, please help me with this, or may I do this? Just learn those kind words, because they actually get things done for you faster and better, as opposed to just coming and instructing someone and say, do for me this. Kindly assist here, or please support here, or, you know, could you please, something. Just work around those words that are, they are magic, honestly. They definitely do get so many things done for you, you know, in time and etc. So let's get into the culture of those words, in case you're someone who doesn't like apologizing, in case you're someone who doesn't say thank you, and you're not grateful, that whole feeling entitled, and you think, oh, this person was meant to do this for me anyway. Oh, this person was meant to do this for me anyway. Oh no, even someone who has a responsibility to do that can decide not to, you know, and and you know, we'll just see how you just be there and you're frustrated and etc. So let's learn to appreciate, just say thank you, you know. It's as simple as that. So let's get that, let's normalize that. Now, still saying the whole sorry and thank you and memorizing all these magic words that we need to use. Gentlemen, ladies, let's learn to respect each other's time. Let's learn to respect each other's time. I have a lot of work to do when it comes to the time beat, timekeeping, and etc. I know it, but step one is acknowledging that, you know, I have this to work on. Let's learn to respect each other's time. honestly. You make an appointment with someone, you're supposed to show up at 2 p.m. and then you show up at 5 p.m. You didn't send an apology, you didn't communicate why. And you're just taking things for a ride. Respect my time, I respect yours. Like it's that simple. Even if people don't respect your time, just you try. Just you get into, just be you. If you have a culture of just keeping time, respecting people's time, beating the deadlines that you're given, let's do that. And also, let's be realistic. If someone says let's meet at 8 a.m. and you cannot make it, then just say it from the word go. Just say, you know what, 8 can't work for me, maybe 10 a.m. As opposed to saying, oh yeah, fine, let's go, let's do it, and then you end up not showing up. You haven't communicated, yet in the first place you knew that time was unrealistic for you. So let's respect each other's time. It's very important. And it's not just these casual meetups that we have of, oh, let's meet here for a drink, or let's meet here for, I don't know, this external activity, or like time, even at work and etc. If they tell you to report at work at 3 p.m. and then you're showing up at 5 p.m., you're not respecting the employer's time, And then of course you're also not respecting yours, because you know what is going to happen. You're going to get in and then you're 2 hours late, so there's this that you need to do, this that you need to get done, and then you're overwhelmed, and then things just become very complicated for you, and then life is difficult, and then like things are just not working for you. Yeah, so when you respect your time, and I'm going to sleep at 10 p.m., I'll be up at 5, or I'll be up they recommend 8 hours of sleep. Like, just respect your time. If you set it, then do it, because it's from you respecting your own time that you're going to be able to respect other people's time. It's very, very important. It's on my to-do list this year. I'm working on my timekeeping skills. Yeah, I'm working on them. So baby steps, you acknowledge, and then you start working on something. Yeah, don't shoot yourself. So then the last thing that we need to normalize this year, this is also something very wide. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls out there, we need to get our finances in check. Financial discipline. I know we hear a lot about financial discipline. There's so many finance coaches out there that tell us this, that. I don't know, maybe sometime here we'll get a finance expert to, just give us the details, but just getting your finances in check. One thing that I've learned over time is, with finances, you just need to be ready for that rainy day. Some people call it the emergency fund. You just need to be ready for that rainy day, as opposed to just living now. I mean, if times are good now and we are living now and life is going. So if it's a rainy day tomorrow, what happens? For me, I think it's just that one thing that I respect about finances, just being ready for that rainy day, and just also, keeping the money, investing. You invest so that then you have steady sources of income here and there. They tell us to save, and then we spend what we spend after we've saved. So you first save and then you spend what is left. That is what they tell us. But most of us just spend, and then we save the little that is left, So just get into so for me, I think for me it's those major two, just having steady sources of income, and then just preparing for that rainy day. I know YOLO, you only live once, tomorrow is not promised. Don't we tell ourselves all that? I've earned this, I'll work tomorrow, I'll make more money keeps flowing. And those statements that we tell ourselves, yeah, it's okay, I'm still working, it's okay, tomorrow I'll make more money. That's what we tell ourselves, and then you just blow everything at once. So yeah, let's just check our finance discipline. Let's check out the discipline around our finances. Yeah, just do all that. But then also at the same time, I see people that are too hard on themselves. I don't know. Someone tells you, no, I'll do this after. I'll do this when I retire. I'll do this. So sometimes you end up missing out so much. You end up missing out so many wonderful stages in life. But as you're going through these stages, just work within your means. Work within your means. If you can do this in a simple way, then do that. If you can do this in a large bougie way, then I mean, go for it if you can afford it, you know. So yeah, at the end of the day, much as we're preparing for the rainy day and we want steady sources of income so that life keeps on going, let's also remember to keep living life, you know. Let's not hold back all the finances for when we turn 60 and I don't know, you've saved I don't know how many billions of shillings, and then now that's when you want to start living life. But yeah, let's work on our finances along that. It will just make life very beautiful. And yeah, you find today is great, tomorrow is great. Yeah, the YOLO guys, we use that line, but let's not actually, you know, go ahead. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like these are the simple things that we need to normalize in this year in our lives, you know, and life will just be beautiful. So I hope, you know, you've picked a thing or two. I want to hear from you as well. Let me know also what I need to normalize in my life. And yeah, let's get this going. 2022 is, I keep saying 2022 is my year. Let it also be your year. I mean, let every year be your year. Let every day be your day. And yeah, everything will just be great for you. So thank you so much for watching The Remedy with Claire today, and keep watching Ayit TV. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye till next time.